My story's a little different than most. My ex was a deputy sheriff that got hooked on drugs. Being in the house, going through all that, I was just as guilty as he was in everything that was going on in my surroundings. I spent 20 plus years in the nursing field. Did actually get to retire before I got in trouble. My charges were burglary of a habitation, theft of an elder, and forgery of an elder. My ex was using my home health business as getting him places that he was taking things from. He was using my clients to benefit his drug trade as far as theft of an elder, and they looked at it as I was part of it because they were my clients and they thought I was involved. To me, my prison sentence was a blessing. I would have never left that situation. I would have never done anything different. Going through TDCJ, it was a lot of different levels of incarceration. You become a number, and you are identified as a number when going through intake. I did that for about 18 months, and then I walked into the Lockhart Correctional Facility, which is a management training facility, and I was addressed as Miss Campbell. You're not identified as a number anymore, you're identified as a woman, and that can be completely healing. All the programs that are offered on that facility, they are all geared towards building a woman back up. That facility deals with a lot of mental PTSD, going through what you go through to get where you're at, being incarcerated. Of course, everybody's going to suffer from some sort of traumatic stress syndrome. They gear towards trying to deal with that so it will put a woman in a better state of mind for when they get out, so they're not so broken. I got a 9-year sentence, right at 5 years of my 9-year sentence. I did not have to complete a program to get paroled. I chose to be in these programs mainly for myself. We got paid to work, and that is probably one of the biggest self-builders as far as self-confidence, because you're no more a burden to your family. You can take care of yourself, but you can also send money home to your kids. And then Austin Community College walked in, and I went through that class, which was a certified production tech class. So I made parole, and when I made parole, my boss, which is Mr. Don Tracy, seen, I think, something in me that I didn't see in me, and that was my passion for trying to help ladies be successful in the real world. And so upon my release, he offered me a job as a reentry specialist at Austin Community College in Austin. So I was released October the 30th of 2019 and went home. He said, how much time do I need to go? You know, I wanted to spend time with family and friends because I'd been gone for 5 years. So I went home. I went back to the Panhandle of Texas, and shortly after that, things started not being as easy as I thought it should be. And Mr. Tracy kept asking me, when you coming to Austin? When you coming to Austin? And I finally, you know, God was closing doors up there because he knew where I needed to be. And that was in Austin, working for Austin Community College, helping the students coming out to transition. And what I do is I build specialized reentry plans for our students that are coming out of Lockhart. I help them connect with resources that's going to benefit them once they hit the free world, whether it be employment, housing, food stamps, clothing, mental health. I just kind of make a connection in between incarceration to free world, give them what we call as a warm handoff. Because 9 times out of 10, if there's not someone there to kind of give you that warm handoff or push you, it's going to be so overloading that you're not going to make that connection, because it is just too much coming at you at one time. When you're released, you go from a completely structured environment to absolutely no structure. So you have a million things coming at you all at once, and it gets very overwhelming, and a lot of them without that support system of someone just kind of dotting those I's and crossing those T's for them and making those connections will struggle really hard, and the first 24 hours can make you or break you. Getting an employer to hire a ex-offender, I would encourage them to look at that, because those people that have been through incarceration know that they have to work so much harder to regain that lost trust that incarceration puts over the human being. I promise you, we will work harder than just your average person, because we have so much more to prove, not only to ourselves, but to our family and to society. So with being able to put these classes in the prison, it gives our students a better chance to make things a little easier at transitioning, because they might have a welding certificate that will secure them a job as a welder's helper that can possibly, make six figures. Or with our logistics class, the world nowadays, logistics, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, it's all logistics. And being able to give them a certification in that, is just gonna push them up the ladder a little bit more and guarantee a little bit more of a success, because they did get a chance to better themselves while they were incarcerated. To me, storytelling is a big thing. Unless those success stories are highlighted and told, you don't hear about them, so you don't think something good comes out of that. I believe that highlighting people's success stories after incarceration, they hear about the things that get them to prison, but they don't hear about the people after they got to prison. So they get to prison and it's like they're locked up and the keys thrown away. 99% of those people are going to get out in your society. So why not find out what's going on after that incarceration? My second chance completely changed my life. 180 degrees for the better. If I was here talking to you 10 years ago, I wouldn't be this person that is comfortable talking in front of a camera, or is comfortable sharing my life. And if sharing my life and my struggles and my ability to overcome those struggles help someone else, then I have fulfilled my dream. Because being able to show someone that life's not easy, but you can succeed if you just continue to get up every day and push forward.